I'm not here anymore. Goodbye.
This is just going to be whenever Swede actually brings up Ricario, it's just going to jump to room where he's performing a magic act at the Colosseum. And somehow they're going to overlap at the end.
I forget. How does Ricario feel about the Templars?
I mean, he respects them in the kind of authoritarian way, but, you know, he doesn't particularly really like them, but he would never say that.
Alright, that works out.
I forgot to send you this earlier. Okay, which one is this?
These fools stand in the way of business.
Turns out Templars are against the concept of capitalism. I can send you a more detailed version later, Austin, but
yeah, that's fine.
What? Wow. Just writing that in the lore speed to make it harder for us.
Wait, what?
He's luring behind our backs.
Yeah, Swede has decided that Templars are against capitalism.
Wow.
Just to make it harder for us.
No, don't worry about it. Alright, so. We good? We all clear?
We good,
Victor seems pro-free market, though.
Yeah, he did.
So let's see here. It has been, let's say, 3 years and a couple months.
Whoa. What? How is that?
It was 20. She can drink.
Well, how many years did you say it?
I thought it was just a few months.
We've skipped ahead 3 years.
Ricario is now old and bristled. Actually, wait.
Team's just dead.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna have to change my bio to make Jebediah 58.
I mean, it's up to you. So Ricario is one of the few who has been in K-Wold and has watched it aged. Let's go over important historical events. Important historical events that happened to K-Wold in these 3 years. Let me pull up something.
Is Ethan okay?
That's important to me.
Okay. Ingwick is in ruin. The Great Purple Worm came back and destroyed most of the town, and all the refugees moved to K-Wold.
Oh no. Also, I have those things.
Cultists.
You've also seen K-Wold absolutely explode in population. Like, it used to be a know-nothing town in the backwoods that was close to the sea, right? But now it's got, like, a population bordering, like, 2,000. It's pretty grown, and you've seen the Templars put down permanent roots. They have multiple chapels, they have priests roaming the streets, they have, like, a strong presence. You've also noticed the rise of the previous power, the bankers. You knew them when they were small, but they've also gained in stature. Some would say kind of juxtaposed against the Templars.
God fucking damn it, Sweet, your avatar changed.
And you've also heard rumors of a more citizen kind of rebellion group growing, but you may not know much about that. So K-Wold is a different place. It's a different time, and things have grown exponentially. So let's zoom in.
Wait, so, just a question. How long ago, is it up to us, how recently we bought and moved into the lighthouse and renovated?
Immediately. You guys are doing that today.
We're doing that today? We've just finished renovations and all that?
Yes.
Alright. Okay, so can we go right to the magic show then?
Absolutely. So,
yeah. Okay, so King has decided that now that we've renovated the lighthouse, he's going to go into town and see what's up.
I should mention that the historical name, or the historical record for Ethid was incredibly short, that she was put into power by a random-ass adventuring group, but then was immediately deposed.
Oh.
Wow.
So what replaced
Is she
her?
alive?
So nobody knows who she was to begin with, and nobody knows who she is now or where she is. But the current ruling group is actually more of a city council, less of a single mayor.
Right.
So now we actually have to work to do political things?
There's approximately 5 members of the council.
Okay.
2 of them are known Templars.
Oh, crap.
What?
Here's the question. Here's the question, Snake. Well, fuck, I forgot his name already.
Barnaby.
Not Barnaby. Your
King?
previous character.
Oh, Crixus.
Crixus!
Forgot
Does
Crixus' name.
Wow.
Yes, I forgot
Wow.
Crixus. Does he just shake from the heavens like...
He was a
He could've
follower
been
of Chris, so he probably didn't have too much against Templars.
And he's too busy
No,
fighting
I
against
mean,
the-
like
and he's too busy being a gladiator.
Yeah,
Know this.
Turns out he went to the Christology version of hell.
wow.
Oh,
You get to
he's a
decree
gladiator.
that.
Nah,
Fucking
he pro-
Ricario is such a dick. Doesn't even remember Crixus' name after all the time they spent
because that was
together.
totally all in character, Erik.
I know,
No.
that's what I'm saying. He's a dick.
So Ricario has probably gotten his license to practice magic inside of Kwold, since the Templars have cracked down on it fairly hard.
Oh, and this is perfect. I have my fantastical The Magician's Inn, so I can put on so I can actually earn money from this.
Okay, so how big is Ricario's crowd?
Well, first, Ricario, do me a favor and make sure you add that to your inventory.
Which one?
Like a written or like
Ah,
a signed permission
Oh,
for
shopping.
practicing magic. How big is Ricario's crowd, you ask?
Yes.
So yeah, basically when I put on a magic show for the public, I can roll plus charisma, and basically that's like just making more money.
Sure. Go ahead and roll your charisma. Or roll your that skill. Whatever it is.
Yeah, it's 10. Okay, let's see what. Okay, on a 10 plus, you're captivating the audience with your spells and tricks, and once you're done, you gain charisma times 10 gold. So basically
Okay.
16 times
How
10.
big's the audience?
So there's probably like, you pulled in a couple hundred people.
Yeah, I'm in the audience observing, smiling.
You've actually got like a legitimate stage, and this is an outside event. Like, the streets, it's no longer dirt streets. Like, you're on like a nice cobble street. There's probably like a fountain somewhere.
Oh yeah, you can see a sign that says the fantastical Castelli and his assistant sale, but his assistant sale is crossed out. Ricario mutters from backstage. I can't believe he decided to just go and leave me today.
So let's see here. So let's do something interesting and fun. Ricario, what part of Kwold are you in? What part do you inhabit, and who controls it?
I would probably inhabit the old inn. I was in, the long arm. I think that was what's it called? The cable inn we were always at.
Sure. So, look down at the bottom right hand side. I'm going to draw the area. I want you to like comment on it and tell me shit about it. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm picturing the.
God, I forgot what I put down there by the south.
Let's see. The inn is probably on the southwestern side, and it's probably just like a kind of meandering chunk of the city. So its influence probably expands something like that.
The long arm should just still be a piece of shit. Like, despite how much like the town has improved, the long arm should still just be like the worst fucking conditions.
Sure. So
Not besides that, no one updated the map in those 3 years in the long arm.
Sure. So, do you want this to be more of like a slummy kind of area? The long arm. Like this.
I
This
would-
is the.
Well, it's more befitting speed. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
I
let's
don't
do
know.
it.
I kind of like the long arm being the one really slummy place in an otherwise nice neighborhood.
Yeah, that's... I could deal with that. Like, the long arm is actually really slummy, but the neighborhood is decent.
The Templars and the City Council complain, but the adventurers who come through like the kind of ramshackle aesthetic.
Oh god, they're all hipsters.
Okay. So yeah. So you're performing in the southwestern slum district,
Damn.
where the long arm is. I'll go ahead and draw that too.
Ricario's like, I could... Why do I have to practice in the slums?
And despite all his gold, Ricario still has to sleep on a shitty bed.
All right. There's the long arm.
So can I start with my act?
Yeah. Go for it.
Basically, Ricario walks up. Ladies and gentlemen, behold, greetings, I am the great magician Ricario Castaldi, magician extraordinaire.
Yeah. There's some applause because people recognize you. You know, you've been here. You do this.
Hey, Rick!
If anything, shouldn't there be less applause then?
Well, no. Like he's got a following. He's got fans.
Oh god, no. Don't give Sweet power.
Please, no.
Unlimited power?
Erik, I think it's time to retire Eustace right now and bring a hero back.
She just storms in. For my first trick, he takes off the hat. I will make a bunny appear. And he just do, magical hand shit and like pulls and rolls to pull up a rabbit illusion from his hat. Perfect.
Yeah. The crowd gasps and they look at the rabbit and they all clap.
Yes, this little rabbit shoves it back into the hat to basically takes away the illusion. For my next trick, I will make myself disappear.
Yes.
So yeah, you just puff away. Like, how do you disappear? Is there like a puff of smoke or
He
anything?
basically just holds out his hands, snaps his fingers, puff of smoke, gone.
Yeah, it's met with like wild applause.
How do Neo, since you're in the crowd, how do you react to this?
I'm smiling wildly. And I'm making I'm looking off to the side and making some gestures to where Eustace presumably is. He knows what it means.
Ricario continue. Ricario, like, he pops up on the other side of the stage and like, nice tricks. For my next magical trick, I will need. Shit.
You need a volunteer.
No, actually, I'm gonna pull some bullshit. They pull out like a rag. No, actually, yeah, I'll need a volunteer.
Yeah, you say that, and like 3 people immediately throw their hands up in the air. One's like an adult lady, one's probably a young boy, and then another like tiny child.
I also want to know that I start hovering forwards.
You gotta get the lady, come on.
You beautiful lady.
She blushes, looks around, and then like starts walking up.
Now, for my next trick, I will make this woman. Actually, what was I gonna say? Fuck, I didn't plan.
No, you should kiss her and imbue your magic into her, and then have her fight someone.
No.
You know, we should bring Akira back, have her be Ricario's assistant. Now we'll saw this woman in half.
The
Now,
crowd kind of looks at you, like waiting.
yes. Actually, I was just thinking, Okay, here's a stupid thing. Ricario has it's a bunch of stairs. He leads her up there and now this woman shall be caught in the air. And just for show, he basically asked her to jump off. Does she jump off?
Oh yeah, I mean, actually, roll a charisma. Like you've been doing really well.
Oh,
You've been doing
He'll
really
have to
well.
push her off.
So she actually looks at it pretty hesitantly, and she looks back at you.
Do not worry, Karamia, for I will make sure you will be caught.
She nods and slowly edges off.
As she falls down, I will summon a phantasmal bodyguard to catch her midair.
Sure. So as she's falling down, or as she's edging towards the end of the stairs or the platform or whatever, the platform actually breaks and she starts tumbling off of it.
Come on, bodyguard.
The crowd gasps.
Is that a pass or?
I mean, yeah,
Hey,
it's an 8. It's a pass.
Basically, a knight in shiny armor comes forth and catches her in his big burly arms.
Yeah, no problem. The crowd woos and starts cheering.
Of course, I put her down, kiss her hand, and say, "Thank you, Karamia."
Do you give her a rose?
Yes.
The
In fact,
knight salutes, then vanishes in a puff of smoke.
basically, I'll end it there. Thank you for your great audience, but now I must leave. Roll to disappear again.
7 and
barely
9.
works.
Yeah, I mean, you just poof, you vanish.
Yeah. Basically, I walk backstage. They will never notice a thing.
I motion to Eustace.
yeah.
And
A
I walk toward it, and I make my way.
So I get 160 bucks for that. Nice.
Okay.
a darkness drops over, or fills Ricario's vision as a bag is pulled over his head.
Yeah.
No. We have to build this
Oh
up
yeah.
first.
Okay.
Okay, so
Basically-
there is a sharp knock at Ricario's back door.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Ricario, isn't it? The most famous magician in the K-Wald?
Yes. Who's asking?
Why, only one of your adoring, very rich fans.
Rich, you say?
May I come in?
Of course.
Yeah, I
What's up,
opened
Lance?
Okay,
What's up, Lance?
silence. Alright, the door opens and in walks a very imposing figure. He wearing, a bright pink suit as close as you can get.
Ricardo kind of covers.
Bestowed with jewels, very, very impressive looking.
Ricardo kind of covers his eyes because it kind of hurts. That suit hurts his eyes a bit.
And his bling. Yeah. It's like, you are one impressive magician.
Thank you. It's nothing really. I am just great.
In fact, I'd like to make you an offer.
An offer?
Yes, an offer you can't refuse. And that's
And at
the cue.
this point, darkness fills the screen as a bag is swiftly draped over Ricario's head.
Wait, what? What? Ow!
And then we take him to
The lighthouse.
The lighthouse.
The lighthouse. Alright, Lance,
The lighthouse.
what's up? Welcome back.
I'm okay now. Possibly until my mum finishes cooking.
Okay, well, I'll just mention we had a 3 and a couple months time skip.
Well, 3 in a couple of years.
3
Oh
years.
yeah, sorry. 3 years and a couple months.
And
3
Templars
years.
was basically put up shop.
K-Wold is a boomtown now. The bank is everywhere, as are the Templars, and they don't like each other so much, but
Ephid
Well-
was deposed.
Ingwick was devoured, and all refugees went to Caeleb. The great purple worm has returned.
I guess it won't come up now, but what about T-Fold and Brisk?
They're probably fine.
Yeah.
What about Bushy Beard?
Bushy Beard, the pirate, has actually had great success and runs... He basically controls the dock area, which is, like, right beside your lighthouse. Yeah. Like, you've bought the lighthouse from him, probably.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Caeleb has been bordering the sea this whole... Caeleb has been bordering the sea this whole time?
Pretty close to it, yeah.
Okay.
In which orientation?
As in, the sea is south of Caeleb.
Okay.
Can we skip forward to...
Like, there's T-Fold on the sea and whaling everything.
Can we skip forward to Ricario's job interview?
Sure, I mean, you guys probably take him back to the lighthouse.
We're at, like, the top of the light.
Can we put this in my lab? Just in the basement?
You know what? Yeah, sure, we're in the basement. He's tied to a chair. I motion for Eustace to take the bags off his head.
The bags.
The bag off his head.
How dare you! You cannot do this to me!
And Ricario is greeted with the sight of, the same imposing man, and Eustace and Barnaby beside me.
Yeah, Eustace sort of slowly walks back around from behind Ricario to behind King.
Welcome! Please don't kill me!
Welcome, Ricario. Welcome to Caesar Industries. I am President King.
Greetings. But why did you kidnap me?
Oh, it's just a little initiation, young lad. You see, I'd like to offer you a job at my company. Your skills as a magician could be very useful to me.
I'm not sure why a company would need me.
You will learn in due time, my lad. You see, we are a huge corporation, and we have just recently made a venture to the Caeleb area. We have seen the Templars and the Salazar banking family take root here, and we'd like a piece of the pie.
Okay.
And however, since this was quite a long trek, I could only take my top men. I intended to recruit as much talent as I can, and my friend, you are a talent. Your illusions could be of great asset.
Thank you, but I'm not sure what to say, but...
Come now, there are many benefits to working for Caesar Industries.
I realize, but, no...
How would you feel about a room with a bed, a fireplace, a lakeside view?
Eustace sort of walks over and menacingly puts his hand on Ricario's shoulder. Look, kid, this really ain't one of those you can say no type arrangements we got going here.
And is at this point Barnaby walks forward as well, puts his gloved hand, which crackles with electricity, on his other shoulder. And besides, I have no idea where that accent came from. I got fucked up already. You get all the toys you'll want to play with.
A safe, fortified view and a place to freely practice your talents. And besides, the alternative is quite grisly. And then there's a knock at the basement door, and the door opens, and a elderly woman walks in and says, "What's this I hear about? Not now, Muriel."
So, do you want me to take care of your NPCs, or do you want to do them?
I mean, you can do them if you ever want to, but I just wanted to put that in as an introduction to our NPCs.
Sure, just send me a file of all of them and their personalities and what they do.
Alright, so it's we're just playing around, Muriel. No need for one of your lectures. Go and cook our new friend a nice meal. By the way, friend, you'll have nice meals.
Nice meals. An actual bed.
Yeah, we have Myers, Muriel. Is it Chelsea?
I got a folder on. Neo sent me a text on these today.
Yeah, I have a text. I'm gonna send it to
The people.
Yeah, the people.
The
Do you have
people.
it? Do you have it up?
I have it up.
Alright, you send it to him.
Okie doke. Now I've got to grab
Alright.
the file.
So what do you say, Ricario Castaldi? Care to be under new employment?
Ricardo's like, I could use some more money. Sure?
Besides, with
Good
us you get.
answer.
Besides, with us you get protection, and you get to gaze upon the curiosities I make.
Very well. I shall take him to his room, Eustace.
Sure thing. And Eustace, with his stiletto, cuts the ropes or zip ties or whatever. The medieval zip ties that Ricario was being held down with.
I go back to a table where I'm working on some kind of rifle-like device.
Okay, Austin. I just have to ask. Can I roll capitalism ho for that?
To do a business deal?
When I conclude a business deal to my profit, I roll
That's
plus
fair.
N.
Yeah, he
There
is
we
a
go.
prophet.
There we go. Alright, on a
Gain
7 to 9,
3
I
capital.
gain 3 capital. Very good. Back to my 5. Okay, so I go with Eustace with Ricario, and I kind of just give him a tour of the lighthouse. As we walk up the stairs, the first floor, you were just in the basement. That was Barnaby's lab. Barnaby was the man with the electrical glove. He's the leading member of our research and development department.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll get quite along with him. And right over here is Muriel, our chef.
Hello, Ricardo Castelli. Great magician, here's my card.
She takes the card, looks at it, and says, nice to meet you.
Oh, I turn around to, what was your character's name? Jebediah, like, oh, here's my card, by the way.
I've already got one of your cards.
How?
I do my research, young man.
Muriel looks up to you and Jebediah and says, why aren't your cards this nice? They should be nicer.
Oh, Muriel. Will I ever be... Oh, Muriel, will I ever do anything that'll satisfy your expectations of me?
No.
Ah, yes. And, just in time. Right over here in this corner, looking all brutish, is a nice man named Myers. Say hello, Myers.
Incredibly
Hello.
tall and lanky.
Yeah.
Says he lifts his hand up and says, hello, nice to meet you.
That's nice to meet you, sir.
He corrects himself, he, dusts his jacket off and clears his throat and says, nice to meet you, sir.
Okay. And then, as I walk him to the main lobby, where we'll get to the main staircase, we pass by a sort of desk, and I say, and this young lass right here is Chelsea.
Oh, she, moves some hair out of her eyes. Hello. Nice.
Hello,
I'm
Ricardo Castelli. By the way, Neo, do you have pictures of does he have pictures of himself all over the place?
There are portraits.
She looks up at you and says, oh, are you going to be joining us?
Yes.
That's
By the way,
exciting. What do you do?
Neo, if I may throw in, can there be a big picture of this hanging just behind her?
Yes, definitely.
Ricardo kind of looks at it.
God damn it.
Yeah, your boss seems humble.
That's one word for it. Will you be are you staying here at the tower?
I think so.
She sighs, gives,
Oh.
Jebediah a look, and, pulls out a book and starts marking stuff in it.
What was that sound?
Yes. Chelsea is very good with numbers. Oh, that's just Barnaby doing his thing.
You're not concerned?
Absolutely not. Now, there's only one member of staff you need to meet. He should be in the medical bay. That's on the 2nd floor. Same floor as your room.
Oh, how good.
So I take him up the stairs, and I bring him into through a very conspicuously door with some dried blood on it, and I open it up to a very sterile sort of medical room. Meet Mendel, our doctor.
So you say that, and there's actually like a thing. What are they called? Like a medical curtain that's like closed, and we see like the silhouette of a man like leaned over something.
Mendel, we have a new body for you.
The curtain immediately whips open, and you see behind him he was like surgically attaching an arm to somebody's chest.
A live one, Mendel.
He pushes up his glasses and he says, "Oh, a live one. That's even better."
Yes, he's a new recruit. I'm sure if he gets injured, you'll treat him with all the respect you give to any fine specimen, right?
He's like gives a big smile and puts like a scalpel like behind his ear and says, "Of course, of course."
No worries. I've not been sick in a whole 5 years.
What's a sickness? We don't do sicknesses around here. We do surgeries.
I've not broken a bone in 10 years.
If you've got a nasty cough, just let me know. I can cut you open and drain your lungs.
No worries.
He really is the best available, Mendel.
He gives like a real big smile.
And now to your room. So how horrified is Ricario so far?
He's very concerned. He's
it's about
he has horrible flashbacks to the time Crixers dragged him on a horrible adventure.
It's about to all drain away as he opens the door and you are shown a very cozy room, a nice fireplace, an open window looking out to the lakeside, a comfy bed, bookcases, a table, and a chair.
Ricario just looks at the bed like, an actual bed!
Yes, the view's quite nice.
Sure, Ricario sits on the bed trying it out.
I mean, yeah, it's a real comfortable bed. It's a bed.
Yeah.
Ricario, a single tear comes down Ricario's cheek.
Now, Ricario, I must ask, in my research of you before going to your show, I read up that you did some adventuring a while back. Is that true?
It's many years ago. I was dragged on an adventure by a crazy man.
You used to be an adventurer. Did it take you to any, interesting places?
Oh, all too interesting. I've seen things I would not want to see again.
What would you say was the most memorable vista you laid your eyes upon?
Well, I saw the ruins of a city a couple of times. Some big shot city where apparently they invented shit.
Wait a minute. Are you referring to Athatan?
Yes, that could have been. I think that was the city Zax came from.
Zax? So that old rust bucket's still around, huh?
You know Zax?
Oh yes, I was raised in Athatan. I was adopted. I was adopted as a young boy by the family of the man who built that thing.
Oh, I'm sorry to say that town is destroyed, utterly destroyed.
I know.
Oh.
I expected it. Any town that would expel me was due for an implosion of that order. It's a shame about my stepbrother, though. He truly was an innovator. But it's good to know that ZAX is still alive.
Yes. He said something about being a guardian. I've never really gone there again.
It's a good thing that you haven't. I'm sure that place is a death trap now with that thing there.
Probably.
Well, have faith in us, Ricario. This place is quite fortified.
Sure.
Just do what you do, and we'll have no problems. King gives him a wink as he walks out the door to let Ricario take in his new room.
When they say it's quite secure, that means Barnaby has rigged his lab to blow in the event of a breach.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Ricario doesn't know that yet.
Okay. So, Braum.
Linz,
So
it's been a bizarre. It's been a bizarre 3-year time jump, so you're free to do some character stuff.
I
You might as
don't
well.
even know where I
You've got to
start.
come up with a way to get recruited to capitalism.
Well, if you want, I mean, we could just say you've been gone for the 3 years and that Braum just finally came back to Kwald.
I'm probably just a gun for hire.
Yeah. Maybe he sees like a for hire poster on like the Caesar Industries sign outside the lighthouse.
That's what I do. That's what I spend the day doing after the thing. I go around putting up flyers. Caesar Industries now recruiting.
Yeah, whoever. Telling any potential recruits to go see Chelsea.
I spend all day in a goddamn land, and now that king has me putting up flyers. I'm a genius of unparalleled skill. I'm merely a poster boy.
So are you gonna take that in, Linz?
And I'm not quite sure where I even begin with this.
Well, if you want to take some time to figure it out, we can just come back to you. Like, whenever you got stuff sorted.
We could just have Eustace has, like, been looking for some new, men and has vetted and, chosen Braum.
Sure. Saves time anyway.
Alright, that's cool.
I'm just looking for that Dungeon World list of equipment now.
So we could just have Braum show up with. So do you want just Braum to just be an employee already?
That would probably make. I mean, if I've been around for 3 years.
That would be pretty cool, actually. Okay, so Braum is actually like right next door to Ricario. You just haven't seen each other yet.
Do I get XP for every bond that is now broken?
Yes.
So Akira's dead.
No, Akira survived.
No.
Akira's the only one Akira survived.
Yeah,
So she's pissed off.
Crixus is dead. Akira and ZAX are quote unquote dead, which means they're out of the game right now.
They've been NPC-ified.
Yeah, Zax is NPC-ified. Akira's, in temporary retirement, will come back at some point in the next...
So those bonds are completed for the foreseeable future.
Probably, yeah. Braum and Akira probably aren't gonna meet again.
Oh, one more thing, Ricario.
Yeah?
Mention. You're the second recruit we've gotten from Kwald.
Second?
Yes, we hired another mage, actually. Although this one fashioned himself more of a cowboy. A halfling. Small fellow.
Oh?
Had pistol wands.
A pistol once?
Yeah, name's Braum Ducat. Maybe you've heard of him?
Braum?
He yells that out loud. Does Braum hear that?
Am I in the room next door?
Yeah.
I probably hear that.
Braum?
Yes, he's right next door.
I poke my head through the door. You rang?
Braum?
Hello, yes, it is I.
It's been many years.
It's been 3 years and a couple months, yes.
Oh God, you survived.
What else was I supposed to do, die?
I'm just walking through the hall, I hear that, and I just don't pick my head. How heartwarming. I just go
Who are
back to
you?
whatever I'm doing. Oh yeah, I had my welder's mask down. I'm Barnaby. I'm the one who may have electrocuted you earlier. Sorry about that, but I'm still getting used to AC/DC. Those are my gloves. And I just create sparks in the air when I say that.
Oh. Hi.
Hi. Well, I'm going back downstairs now. I've kidnapped a bunch of tiny people from that toilet.
Beautiful.
Wait, tiny people?
Yes, those tiny people. They were a tourist attraction a few years back. They seem to have grown in size, so I helped myself to a few. I'm going to build tiny weapons and test them, using those little people.
Okay.
You're free to come watch, it's quite a spectacle.
Alright, Jump King class. Oh, ever the experimental type, aren't you?
Oh yes, I am. Well, come downstairs if you want to see the fireworks. I've produced a tiny version of my rifle. It's literally a
Rifle?
tiny version.
Oh, yes. Have you not seen the new black powder technology that's been going around of late?
I've seen it, I've heard some of it, yeah, but...
Have you ever seen one up close?
Not really.
I draw my, finely crafted flintlock pistol and point it directly at his face.
Ah!
It's quite a beauty, isn't it? Barnaby built this for me. I'm quite fond of it, though he seems he seems to think it's quite generic.
It is too generic, I say, as I pull a rifle off my back. This is not black powder. This is magic clockwork device.
Magic
Only a few people can build something of this caliber, and that would be me. Entirely me, actually. There's a few people out in the other towns, but they're not quite up to my level yet.
Yes, Barnaby is quite the amazing magical engineer, the best since my stepbrother.
Oh,
May he rest in peace.
May
I
he.
see.
Barnaby leaves to go back down to his lab.
Yeah. That's the crew. Okay.
That is the crew. So now I get to pose the question to you guys. What do you want to do?
Well, my plan was I wanted to go see the blacksmiths and see if I could absorb them
Gotcha. Okay.
into Caesar Industries.
Okay, well, if we're going to the blacksmiths, before we even go there, I'm gonna do my stake. I'm gonna stake out the blacksmith place.
Sure.
Which that's just an intro.
Alright, Eric. So, since you're going to do this,
Alright.
let's break character for a second and tell me where it is and the current conditions. Like, what's the area?
Alright, the blacksmith place, I always sort of pictured that on the southwest corner of town, but would that be like oceanfront?
No, I mean, southwest would be bordering the slums and the long arm.
Okay, that works.
Um,
Yeah, it's I mean, we're like directly to the south, if I'm correct, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of a southwestern area, and this is very much like the industrial sector now. There's a lot of like iron and tin buildings, that sort of thing. A lot of soot and smoke everywhere.
So, alright, that works. I'll pose the question then. Do you want it above the slums or to the east of the slums?
To the east of the slums.
Okay. So let's see here. We will draw the industrial area right around here. It's going to be a big one. Dip down, go out, go around, come back in, bam. This is where the brothers blacksmiths are. We'll put them over here. Brothers blacksmith. We'll call this industrial zone. Cool.
Do you smell that? Do you smell that, Eustace? It's the smell of pollution. It's beautiful.
Yeah, if you say so.
It's the sound of progress. A few years ago, these people were dirt farmers. They're finally picking themselves up. And now that I'm here, they'll recognize a genius when they see one.
I'm not too
So
sure about
Barnaby and Eustace are doing the stakeout then.
Well, no, I don't go with him like all the way to the stakeout, but I leave to go follow around.
Yeah.
If you're visiting the brothers' blacksmith, I'm gonna go there when you go in to do the business deal. Basically, poke around.
Yeah, King's back at the lighthouse waiting to hear back from Eustace.
Alright, yeah. So, I get just rolling stakeout then. That's an 8.
Alright, so let me open up your character sheet.
It's basically a Distorted Realities roll.
Yeah, it's just, I can do it without having to actually be there. Or
You're the-
without directing.
You're the assassin, right?
Yeah, the assassin. I also have a thing that when I have a 10+, I have something, but I didn't get a 10+, so...
Okay.
Alright, can you ask who's really in control there?
So yeah,
Just
roll
to
your
see.
stakeout.
Yeah, just to see if
Okay.
Salazar is there.
Ask your questions then. Yeah, sir.
Yeah, who's really in control here?
It's become pretty obvious, like, as you're just, like, walking through the area, you notice a bunch of, thuggish types, like, big, burlier men wearing, like, leather outfits with the, Salazar emblem clearly, like, shown. They're not hiding it. And then, you probably notice, like, a lot of workers are, like, wearing uniforms that also have the emblem on it. And in fact, the Brothers Blacksmith is like this enormous building once you get there. It almost looks like they've built an industrial blacksmith empire, but everyone around it, everyone inside is very clearly Salazar.
Oh boy. So that might not be very smart right now.
We need to figure out something. We need to start maybe smaller then.
Yeah.
Look out for business opportunities and work our way up to that.
How about... So, I am at this point, Eustace has returned and is, reporting back to King.
Well, we don't want to take on the Salazar banking family just yet.
If you don't mind my suggestion, how about that inn that we found this clown at?
You want to start at the long arm? Yes. Starting at the slums might just be the best way to go about this. Seems to be the only independent sector available.
So what
It doesn't
exactly
seem
is
to
the
be on
end goal?
anyone's radar, but it has enough
Why
foot traffic
everything?
that can monitor the
What was that, Lance?
What is the end goal of the company? Just to acquire everything?
Yes.
Yes.
Money.
Want to buy
It's
the
capitalism.
world. Yeah.
The goal is to get that fast money and that fly cart.
Yes, having eyes and ears in the long arm could prove quite useful. Plus, it provides us a foothold in the city. Good suggestion. So, what we're gonna, let's make our way there. I'd like to see who owns that piece. I'd like to see who owns that place.
Cool. Neo,
Yeah,
what's to the north of the slums?
to the north of the slums.
Because if right now, if we're just in the southwestern chunk of the city, we need to know what's in the northern southwestern quadrant.
To the northern southwestern quadrant. I'd say that's where, like, a lot of the... That's where all of the... That's where all the social butterflies are. That's where, like, the Templars, like, chapels and all that, the forum.
Alright, so there's a public forum that the
Yeah,
Templars... Okay.
Yeah, there are Templars there, but they're not like they're not like Iron Fist controlling the entire area directly to the north. But that's where you start the first seeing things of them.
Okay, so they're that little area. We'll make it kind of small, but cool.
So we do make our way to the long arm.
You drag Ricario with you.
I bring Eustace with me. Obviously, I guess Ricario can come. Braum
Not
probably
necessarily.
should come.
If you don't want Ricario with you...
No.
No,
I
he should probably come for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ricario and Braum have been here before, so that they'd be useful.
Here's the thing. You see, looking at Ricario's like hugging the bed, like, oh, such a nice bed.
Ricario, we've got business to do. We're going to the Long Arm Tavern.
Actually, Eustace is going to like stake out the long arm
Okay.
as well.
Alrighty.
Oh, fine.
Ooh.
Oh,
Now.
boy.
Okay, so for my race, bodyguard, you know the best way to get to a target. When you discern realities on a 10+, you can ask the question, what would be the most opportune moment to strike for free? So, like, I don't really know how useful that would be in that situation, but I do have, that is, in addition to my 3.
Alright. Excuse me. Okay, we'll ask away.
Alright, so 3. Who's really in control here, most importantly?
The tavern owner.
Alright, so this is an independent establishment.
I mean, you probably noticed like a few real low-ranking Salazar, probably just like factory workers running around, but it's the slums. They have to live somewhere.
What here is useful or valuable to me?
This area looks poor as dirt. Like, and you know that your boss has money to flaunt, and it probably would not be hard to kind of, push some stuff around with the right money.
Alright, shoot, let's see,
Should I be on the lookout?
Yeah, what should I be on the lookout for?
Let's see. Because this is a pretty slummy area, I would be on the lookout for either the local Cabled militia police or maybe like the occasional roving Templars. Like the Templars usually patrol in groups of 3, like 2 squires and a scribe who will stop and like preach to the poor folk that they should be better and listen to Chris.
How dare you be poor?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I just want to
Alright, and what would be the opportune time to strike on this inn?
In about 3 hours. You've seen the Templar patrols go through, and if you go in at any other time, they'd probably see you, but who knows if that's important or no.
Okay, like,
Alright.
I think I was gonna say, so basically when we walk past, there's like a homeless guy sitting like outside, and I say, hello, Jerry. Hi.
Okay, so in 3 hours, I go to the place. I bring Eustace, Ricario, obviously. I guess the party's coming.
Yeah, everyone's going to tabletop RPG.
But as far as my people for that, I am bringing Myers with me.
Okay.
You mean I'm bringing Myers with us?
Yeah.
While you're conducting business, Barnaby uses his rifle to play darts in the corner. He's basically showing off to the locals the accuracy of his rifle.
Yeah, like every time you do it, you back up an additional 10 feet until your back is on one side of the wall and you're shooting all the way across the tavern.
So all 6 of us walk in.
Actually, well, is it the same owner that owned it 3 years prior?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a dwarf behind the bar.
I forgot her name.
Oh, I had it written down, God. Where is that? Oh, wait. It's in the same goddamn folder I used for Crixus's gear.
I wrote it down too.
Now I've replaced Crixus's trophy list now with the business ledger. So I'm gonna write down what everything is and who it's owned by. Long on bar, mom and pop operation.
I know I wrote it down.
I
I'm just trying to find it.
I believe I should be able to find
Soma.
Soma.
Yeah, because as we walk in, I was like, hello, Soma. I won't be needing that room anymore.
Wait, I thought
She
Soma was
nods.
dead.
No, that's Ravenous that died.
Okay, I walk up to Soma and I say, Miss Soma, is it? I'm to believe you own this establishment?
Yeah, it's a dwarf with long brown hair that's neatly braided and like clasped with different things. She's currently cleaning a mug, got like a big round nose. She looks up and says, I'm the owner.
I'm President Jebediah King of Caesar Industries, and I would like to purchase this fine establishment.
She looks at you like, you fucking crazy?
Some would say so, yes.
Well, it's interesting. You can read my mind. What are you, another magic person like Ricario?
No, I am a businessman.
She sighs. I mean, this place is pretty empty. And she says, look, this is all I have. I don't know.
No,
do you have a
believe
skill?
me. Well, basically this would be parlay, wouldn't it?
Well, hold on.
Basically, I plan, my leverage I plan on saying is, I'm selling,
Money?
believe me, yeah, money, obviously, and I'm also going to say, believe me, believe me, basically nothing will change. You can still run this place as you always have. Just have some people here to report to me various going-ons. And I want this bar to be my foothold in this city.
Roll your money talks.
Money talks? Okie dokie.
Wait.
Money talks, that's, yep, spend capital, roll plus capital spent. Alright, I'm going to spend 2 capital on this. 2d6 plus 2.
So, Barnaby,
There we go.
Yes.
Here we go.
You make
I
guns.
get exactly
make
what I
much
want when I want it.
I make much more than guns. I show him. I pull up my gloves.
Yeah, and so I basically tell her, believe me, this place will be looking better than it has in, well, basically ever when you give it to me. And I show her my hand with the most jewelry on it to shake.
Yeah, she looks around, kind of sighs, and says, sure thing, and shakes her hand. And she says, do I get to keep my job? How does this work?
Absolutely. You get to keep your job, but my good friend here, his name is Myers. He will be staying here. He'll be needing permanent room and board, and he should be allowed, all he will be doing is monitoring the area.
She
And
says,
reporting back to me.
I'll sure, boss. All right.
Alright, I shake her hand and I say, enjoy your new home, Myers!
All right, Neo.
I pat his back.
What color do you
Oh, yeah.
want?
Oh boy.
pink, pink,
Eustace
pink,
Pink.
pink.
like
Yeah,
slaps
it's pink. It's gotta be
Myers on
pink.
the back of the head and grabs his ear. Don't fuck up.
so,
Of course not, sir. I will not.
so what did you ask, Austin? What color?
What color do you want?
Color, pink, obviously.
Can you make it blink too?
Pink
Alright,
with yellow dots.
I'm gonna roll my capitalism
Yellow
hoe
poker.
now. See how much capital I gain from this. I gain 3 capital.
Oh my god. Just the capital doesn't fucking stop.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have 6 capital now.
Money just makes money.
Yeah, I bought the long
25
arm.
digits.
Yeah, I bought the long arm at a net profit.
Yeah, you
You
eventually
better hope
profit
that-
for it.
You better hope that no Templars
calling
is
him a
caught.
money wizard.
Neo, you better hope that no Templars walks in and fuck shit. Like,
So, as we were saying, you use your magics to weave illusions. I use it to make near impossible gadgetry. Impossible to the
illusions,
common
what are
man,
you talking?
anyway.
I do not make illusions, good sir. I make proper, actual magic.
Show me.
You see that rose?
Yes?
I will turn it into a rock.
Do
I
it.
can't believe
Turn it
you're
into a
actually
rock.
playing fucking red, white.
Basically, basically, it looks like a rock and it feels like a rock.
I shoot it. I shoot the rock. I just load an actual bullet into my rifle and shoot the rose.
Oh my goodness!
How does it break apart?
The bullet will probably just fly through the rock as it like disappears in like glitter, and the bullet just like goes into the ceiling.
No.
Exactly, an illusion.
Aw, damn it, I had
I'm
something
not
for
judging
that,
it.
and then you had to shoot it.
Had to prove a point, Eustace. We can't all be as
Ricario
stony
looks
faced
downward.
as you.
Makes the point cooler.
I see you two have good work relationship.
We tolerate each other.
That's
Oh,
just how we roll at Caesar Industries. Well, what do you say we go back to the lighthouse, huh? And have a feast.
A feast.
A feast.
Actual food.
Like, in Eustace's eyes, the hierarchy goes, like, King, Muriel, like, Barnaby, and... what was the doctor's name? Mendel?
Mendel, yeah.
Mendel. Then...
Gregor Mendel.
Yeah. Then, I guess, Brahm, then... then Power Gap, Ricario, and then Myers. Myers is the only person he respects less than Ricario.
Is Chelsea not on the list?
Oh, and
at all?
Chelsea is about even with Brahm.
Chelsea does good work.
He trusts, like, he knows Chelsea for longer. He understands her.
Chelsea does good work.
We actually worked out bonds before the session, and I haven't really played up. Eustace creeps me out. Too quiet, too old, too unimpressed.
Barnaby's an idiot, but he's a genius.
Like, do we fucking get
Or
bonds
at
with
least
these
he better
two?
be.
Do we get bonds with these two?
I gotta write my bond.
I don't think
Well, actually, I should have a bond with Brahm.
You
Yeah,
can
same here.
have you can have bonds with NPCs. Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, you can?
Well,
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta
yeah,
write
I
these
think you're
down
gonna
then.
have to send me that NPC list later, by the way.
Okay, so as we walk back into the lighthouse, I say, Chelsea, got new things for the books, and I give her a paper with some information on the recent acquisition of the Long Arm.
She nods, looks at it, and says, "You bought a tavern."
Yes, gotta have a foothold in the city.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Is it already staffed? Do you have waiters?
Yes.
You have cooks? You have.
It's already staffed, so all we've done is move Myers over there.
She nods and says, "Oh, Myers' moves. All right."
But don't worry about that later, don't worry about that later, lass. We're going to have a feast to celebrate our new acquisitions. And
She pulls out a different book and says, "All right, I'll get the caterers over."
Oh, no need. Muriel can handle it.
She looks at you quizzically and says, "Muriel's good for cooking for herself. I don't know about cooking for everyone."
If you truly believe she needs help, then I'll just trust your talent with numbers.
I trust Chelsea on this one. I say from behind my welding mask.
Barnaby, will you
Oh.
Will you actually be attending the feast?
I will. I haven't eaten in 3 days. I've been in the lab.
Don't worry, I'll try my best to keep Muriel off your case.
That you should. Oh yeah, Austin, it's not on the list on Gadget Belt of the things I can pick. I just wanted to ask this, just to run it by you. I've got like electrical, magnetic, cryogenic, ectoplasmic, steam, pyromatic, clockwork, alchemic. Can I add voice to that?
Wait, what?
On the list of like gadgets I can invent, like the elements, it doesn't affect much, but it's just like I put 3 words together and that makes my device. I wanted to add voice so I could have voice amplification mask.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.